Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome to It's a Square World.
It's a lovely one called Get Down, and dance to it, the very lovely Pan's People. There they are.
On television, none has spoken the language of dance in such a distinctive dialect as Pan's People. Elbowed out by the advent of the pop promo, it's high time we retraced their steps.
Happy as could be, now I'm just like a cat on a haunted room. Baby, what do you think you're doing to me?
Traveling all around, guess it ain't my style to live in just one time. Still out there.
So what was the secret of their vitality? An eclectic wardrobe was a must, from polyester catsuits to full Tongan national costume. A good working knowledge of semaphore was always an advantage. And of course, an impeccable dance background, as this Pan's People recruitment film shows.
Ready? And a 1, 2. Now transfer the weight to the right foot and bump the right hip to the right twice. Ready? And a 1, 2. Now let's rehearse that. Ready? And 2 to the left and 2 to the right and 2 to the left and 2 to the right.
It must have broke your poor little heart when the boys used to say you look.
Hundreds auditioned and failed. Yet on occasion, a raw talent would emerge.
Now they'd give all they learned in school to be somewhere in the dark with you. Oh yes, they would. You know the teacher would ask.
And now from Pan's People to people who went down the pan. After any natural disaster, a rail accident, a gas explosion, it's common to ask, why did it happen? Usually human error is finely blamed, but it's accidental human error, a moment's inattention. The point about a television disaster is that it's a sort of planned catastrophe. There are months, sometimes years, when someone could have said, stop. For example, the following scene from the BBC epic The Borgias, in which the Pope, played by Adolfo Celli, and a friend, discuss the Catholic Church's teaching on birth control. A show which was supposed to put the accent on entertainment, regrettably put most of the entertainment on the accents. If there's a rule about fictional stinkers, it is that the past and the future are far more treacherous settings than the present. Even a bad writer can manage an approximation of how it is, but how it was or how it will be takes imagination. A particular past disaster, Churchill's People, was an adaptation of Winston's History of the English-Speaking Peoples, a book which should have come no closer to television than propping up a wonky set. Rarely in the field of serial television has so much been appreciated by so few. Even with a writer as good as David Rutkin, the dawn of man was undone by the dusk of language. But the future can just as easily not work. Blake 7, a sort of Star Trek for the educationally subnormal, is among the most dire serials. And among the worst single dramas was London Weekend's Murder on the Moon, in which Brigitte Nielsen played a Norwegian-American NASA space cop who wore a décolleté cocktail dress under her moon suit. Space was also the location for Comeback Mrs. Noah. In this, the one serious failure of the Croft and Perry sitcom writing team, Molly Sugden played a housewife who won a trip into orbit in a competition.
Things freezing up a bit. I think we must be in orbit.
Oh, thank heaven for that. Now, can I go to the little girl's room?
She's weightless. Keep your belts on, everybody.
Get me down! Get me down!
Try and get over to me.
Ow!
A weightless body suspended in space can be propelled by the smallest thrust of gas.
What exactly are you suggesting?
Your scent spray. Get it out and give it a squirt.
Hang on. There we are. Right. All over myself!
Any negative history of television tends to prove what the agony aunts always say in a different context. Size isn't everything. The mind cannot easily shed the recollection of Bruce's Big Night, in which Bruce Forsyth linked LWT's whole evening, or Australia Live. That was a celebration of the bicentennial Down Under, which lasted as long as a bad dose of the flu. And hiding deep in the archives, methinks, is this.
I bid you welcome. I will now discover to you how we intend to beguile the hours twixt after supper and bedtime. The Learned Society of Inventors will reveal to us some more of their ingenious and fantastic devices.
Will you demonstrate to us how your device works?
It's very simple. We will make an experiment. There is our target. Now, we will light the fuse.
Bravo. An excellent device. That shall give our enemies cause. My masters, cause enough and pause enough to fear us. Something to think about, bethink you.
But, on reflection, the award for the absolute nadir of the medium must go to the BBC soap opera Triangle. It is here that madness at the planning stage most strikingly combines with lunacy of execution. Set in the glamour world of a Felixstowe, Rotterdam, Gothenburg car ferry, the serial was filmed out of season in November, but saw this as no reason to omit sunbathing scenes. Viewers will long remember the ferry and all who failed in her.
Damn boy. How much is like top sides?
I think I'll go and find out.
I didn't quite realize what you wanted from me that day. Now I do, and oh, I'm very proud I posed for you. It's the first time, or always the best?
No.
Don't kiss me so hard. Look, you bang me teeth.
Simple, isn't it? Happy New Year.
We're in love. You agree with that, don't you?
Yeah. I think we are.
So we just keep our cool,
and pick our time.
It was the most wonderful thing that's ever happened to me.
What is it now?
It gets better. That's the wonder of it.
Show me.
Nothing sexual about kissing. No, male kissing has no sexual connotation whatsoever.
Ridiculous, of course it does.
No. Actually, in primitive times, it actually started out as a way of passing food, you know, berries and the like, from one mouth to another after being carried long distances. Yeah. And it's the same with French kissing.
Is it?
That was just a way of finding out what your partner had had for lunch.
I see. There's nothing sexual about it at all.
No. Shall I show you?
No.
Come on. You have got to open up, Griff. Open up. Wasn't it? It was Taramasalata.
In my career, I've seen some pretty remarkable things, but nothing like this. For the A to Z of TV, I've broken into top-secret vaults to investigate television's fascination with the mysterious and the unexplained, and, I suspect, a cover-up. Strange creatures from another world. Are they watching us? Are they about to strike? I think it's time the truth was told.
I believe they're coming from another star system. And when we're talking about them, we're talking about several different types of entities. This we must get right. We're not talking about just one lot of visitors. We're talking about several different types. And I think that they are star travellers. I don't think they were from within our solar system. I should imagine that some of them have been coming for thousands of years and they're just watching us progress. And some people even believe that these people that are visiting us now actually put us here in the first place.
And have you seen people from outer space?
Yes, I saw people from Mars and Venus and from other planets.
Time I was getting back to the studio. Who's there? Oh, Parker. I thought you were a Venusian. There were things in there, Parker, that would make your toes curl. Do you know they devoted whole programs to people with completely useless paranormal powers? Like a man who could ruin cutlery just by thinking about it.
It's cracking. Are you going to explode in our faces? No, it's look, it's like it's becoming like plastic. And it's breaking. It's broken. There's a crack. You can look. It's very.
Like someone who could order lunch in 3 of the space languages.
One is Venusian, the second is Kruger, the planet Kruger 60b, and Pluto.
What about Plutonian? What did that sound like? What does that mean, actually?
That means, how are all you? I am very pleased to see you this afternoon.
Like a man with a very unconventional approach to photography.
So, do you think Buckingham Palace is on this? Right. 30 seconds are up. Look. There's something on it. Let's have a look. Looks very much like about 7 guards at Buckingham Palace. If you can have a look in there. It's very dark, but I think you can see Busby hats there, all the way across the top.
Before I sign off, here's some extremely rare footage I've managed to uncover.
Run!
Of the Yeti. Y is for Yeti.
Well, you can't win 'em all, said Zebedee. Time for bed.
We've kept you up a long time for this. I hope you think it's been worthwhile. You will no doubt now go to bed. We shall not go to bed.